I'm Nkechi Feaster. I am the host of MC of Jamming for Justice. We welcome you all to this space. This is a artist space. This is a those who are still fighting space. This is a culture space. There is no agenda in this space. You can get called on, you can get called out, you get called up. If you walk in the door and somebody know you're on point, that means you're going to be up here at some point. That's the agenda. That's how this works out. You come in to a group who understand, welcome, and want to express as much as you do. We got to shake it off. That's right. You got to shake it off. You got to be able to put the weight down so you can pick it up and keep carrying it.
All right.
Ain't none of us done. We all still here, right? None of us are done. This is one of the ways, and that's what I love about this event. This is one of the ways we can keep going.
Yeah.
You got to be able to release it. So we have some wonderful singers. We have spoken word artists. We have those who play instruments. We have a videographer, because that's a creative talent. That's a talent as well.
Amen.
I don't know, accent.
It's a talent.
It is. It takes a skill to be able to do something like that. So that's what this space is for. It's open. You can walk in before we start, in the middle of when we start, come in. I done seen folks come be the last person in the door and still get up here and perform. It's whatever happens. That's what this space is for. So I'm gonna call on somebody. And although they have performed in this space before, they didn't know I was gonna call on them. One of the most wonderful storytellers. No, not that one. The clipboard.
It's under that jacket.
There it is, yes. Who just walked in the door actually before she even signs the sheet. Let's hear a story.
Okay.
I know, I put you on the spot.
Pass somebody else who hasn't signed.
You can still sign. But I missed last month and I missed the storytelling. So I want to hear that story.
Well, that's okay. We can do that. Okay. Hi, everybody. I was thinking about a story, and I learned this story from the Book of Negro Folklore. Arna Bontemps and
Bon ton.
Bon ton. Okay. And a very good friend of his. I can't remember the other person. But in any case, it's called A Fox's Court. So Miss Goose was, sashaying around, all gorgeous like she is, And the fox said, ooh, don't you look delicious? I think I'm gonna eat your leg and I'm gonna eat your wing, and then when I'm finished with all that stuff, I'm gonna crunch on your bones. She said, you cannot eat my leg and eat my wing and crunch on all my bones. She said, I'm gonna take you to court. So she did. She took him to court, and when she got to court, the bailiff was a fox, and the jury was a fox, and the lawyers were foxes, and the judge was a fox. They all looking at her.
I'm sure.
And she said, I don't think a goose is going to get too much justice in a fox's court. And that's the story. Actually, there was something else I wanted to do, if it's okay.
Yes, absolutely.
It is a work song, and I haven't done it for a while. It just, keeps coming back to me every once in a while. I need help. It's called Take This Hammer. And I'm sure some of y'all know this song. Okie dokie. So you need to find a hammer, because it's a work song.
Okay.
And it goes boom. And it makes the boom. It makes the rhythm. Boom. So everybody can work. Boom. And keep all their, boom, digits and heads and things. Boom. Take this hammer. Boom. Carry it to the captain. Boom. Take this hammer. Boom. Carry it to the captain. Boom. Take this hammer. Boom. Don't play, baby. Carry it to the captain. Boom. Tell him I'm gone, boy. Boom. Tell him I'm gone. Boom. If he asks you, boom, was I running? Boom. If he asks you, boom, was I running? Boom. If he asks you, boom, was I running? Boom. Tell him I was flying, boy. Boom. Tell him I was flying. Boom. If he asks you, boom, was I laughing? Boom. If he asks you, boom, was I laughing? If he asks you, was I laughing? Tell him I was crying, boy. Tell him I was crying. That's it.
Man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a piece I would like to read.
All right.
All right.
This piece came about as a result of a writing contest, and it was take any album, record, CD, whatever your generation listened to, and write a story, poem, or song from the titles of the album. And I chose Lauryn Hill, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. And the piece is called Younglings. Every ghetto, every city and suburban place I've been makes me recall the days of when it took a village to raise a child. A concept that was revered, practiced, and kept. But now, our children are deemed the X factor, because factoring them in would be a distraction. Inconsideration runs their core reactors, spilling out their hurts in acts of dumb sticks. Think of it, gentrification is in every city, citywide. Classrooms overflow with no supplies. Held back, discarded, looked past, and pushed aside. If this is your life, where would your allegiances lie? Father, forgive them, Father, for they know not how they sin. In their hindsight, in the eyes of their mind, rich is a win. So they grind all the time, causes their spirits to bend. The streets are beats on young souls they feast, like rabid geese pecking at you, ripping it out by the roof and laying it at their feet. Our lost ones, every one of my sister's daughters, all of my king's sons, you know it's the truth. They walk around with less strength than their fathers and mothers, with wrong ideas, having no clear purpose, leaving them smothered, thinking hard as hell is the only way to be, and that just making money is the life to keep. But when in reality, when it hurts so bad to be revered as less than, it's truly sad. Brave faces chant, everything is everything, ain't nothing cousin, while most of us sit shaking our head thinking, youngins. During their intro, did we too soon cut the apron strings and not keep them long enough to breast? Vice versa, more or less. During their pre-adult stages, did we let them roam too freely or not enough at those stages? When it's time for role reversals and we sit in our final hour, will they be able and willing to resume power or be left with a taste that's too sour? Or is it not even our parenting that's been to blame? Could society be that's been lame? Could society be the one to blame? With its in-your-face images of be a superstar and go for fame, without giving them the full truth of the dangers to come from the changing of more than just a name. Seems to them, excuse me, nothing even matters. A scary thought while we dwell on times when for our every right we fought and sought for the very chance to live and thrive, the very right to exist, not just survive. We strived and struggled, all the while trekking on to Zion, blowing our horns, marching hard, stepping strong, battle weary yet determined to keep going. So how they get the message wrong? Raised fists in the air have turned into raised fingers and blind stares. It's the blame, blinding them for their own schemes and pulling at our heartstrings more than love, licks, and lessons from those by whom they are adored. They've got to be sore, because weary are the shoulders that carry the burden of facing a world that shows them no love. Even their own fathers have left them hurting, without even saying, I used to love him, left to watch their mothers carry the loads, not fully knowing what resides in their soul. True, every case ain't the same, but how close are we to losing, because this ain't no game. The children are our future, are more than lyrics to a song. If it don't get picked up and turned around, we'll be deleted after but so long. The miseducation of Lauryn Hill and her sisters must cease, siblings must cease. It's our job to Lauren, Bobby, and the light these lessons to teach. A resolution must be reached before we can dance in heaven or even sing doo-wop. That thing that really counts, love for our children, is in desperate need of being spread in massive amounts. That every day, day after day, if you can get up every morning, that's why I don't understand, oh, it's just another day, it's just another year, it's just another, no, all them days that you were blessed to get up equal to another year, that's a party.
Amen.
Okay? That's a celebration, it's a reason to celebrate, because it equated to something. Anyone else? Let me see, who am I calling? Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Oh, you were thinking about the gentleman over here?
You might have
That gentleman over
Kenneth.
here, right? Mr. Kenneth?
You might want to say something.
Mr. Kenneth, would you like to come up?
Oh, give us some freestyle.
Not really, but...
Give us some freestyle. That's how you incite the spirit. You just let it roll.
Whatever you
That's
have
right.
for us.
How you gonna get down the river if you don't get in the boat?
I was not prepared for this. I'm in town visiting, and Maceo and Bonnie have caught me off guard. I'm going to sing a little bit of Wham Murphy's You Are My Strength. You are my strength, strength like no other, strength like no other reaches to me. You are my strength, strength like no other, strength like no other reaches to me. In the fullness of your grace, in the power of your name, you lift me up, you lift me up. In the fullness of your grace, in the power of your name, you lift me up, you lift me up. You are my strength, strength like no other, strength like no other reaches for joy, joy like no other, and it reaches to me. You are my peace, you are my peace, peace like no other, peace like no other, and it reaches to me. You are my strength, you are my strength, strength like no other, strength like no other, and it reaches to me.
Yeah. Come on, Miss Lydia.
Okay. First of all, I haven't been here in a while since the Poor People's Campaign, the cycle last year.
Right.
And it's nice. I really, it wasn't quite this point your finger. Miss Nkechi, who I've known for years. But this is nice. I know quite a few familiar faces. So I just wanted to say and invite, please, we're having something similar to this tomorrow at 12 noon, from 12 to 2. I have called upon a few friends. Lucy is one of them. Lorenz Wheatley is another, and a few others, to meet down at Gallery Place outside in front of the Metro, but really kind of in front of the Urban Outfitters. We're going to do a busking, a jam session, a busking jam session for 2 hours to raise money for my nonprofit to take the children to Tanzania that I was talking about earlier. So this idea just came to me. I think God just put it in my heart. I was walking around DC and I was just trying to think of what things we could do because we still need a few $1,000s. and it just came to me, well, just call some of your friends, your musician friends, and just have a jam session and see what happens. And so from 12 to 2 tomorrow, because it's a holiday, people have other things to do. We're going to gather, and that space down there is a musician space.
Yes.
I don't know if you've been down there. People sing, people do all kinds of things down there. So we will be adding to that. The children will be there. And I forgot to put my shirt on. I'll put it on so you can see the shirt. The children will be there, and we will solicit donations for the trip to Tanzania. If anyone has any questions.
Give us the corner that this will be
Yes,
on.
tell us about the
Because
program.
there's 2 exits with Gallery Place.
Okay, so it's the 7th and H Street corner, the corner closest to the Arch.
Yes.
Okay, there's a restaurant called Circa, which will probably be in front of, and then next door to Circa is Urban Outfitters. So we'll be there. And you'll get to meet the children. So you can come and share, or you can come and support. But we'd like to make some noise down there tomorrow.
More about that program.
Okay, so Siddiqui Educational Safaris seeks to elevate, celebrate, and empower young people through the art, history, and culture of Africa. And it was formed by myself when I was a probation officer and some other teachers and social workers, because we were dismayed by the fact that a lot of the black children that we work with didn't like themselves. And didn't know why they didn't like themselves, didn't have a connection to their roots as African people. And we wanted to change that. So we did education, cultural education.
While I pick the crop for others to eat, and you take my money. You think I don't see? You use it to fire on women like me. My children are ragged, their bodies are bare. While I sew the clothes for others to wear, and you take my money. You think I don't see. You use it to fire on women like me. I live in a dump. My landlord's no good. While I clean the house in a rich neighborhood, and you take my money.
Take your money.
You think I don't see. You use it to fire
Sing this.
Go ahead.
on women like me. I wanted my children to have a good skill, but they go in your army, and you teach them to kill. Why you take my children? You think I don't see? Teach them. You teach them to fire on women like me. Now rifles and guns won't win any war unless you've got something that's worth fighting for. But you take my children. You think I don't see. You use them to fire on women like me. But you take my children.
It's Untitled, and it goes, why are our babies crying? Is it for mother's milk, untainted by the self-medicating drugs, or the hurt of poverty? Why are our babies crying? Is it for housing that's minimally standard and fit for habitation? Why are their tiny arms failing? Are they in fits of rage against an ever-present unseen enemy force? Are they in search of life, a rescuer, lifesavers who are struggling to save themselves in shipwrecked urban deserts of no reprieve? Grab hold, people, grab hold one to another, for our babies are crying, and we are the ones who must save them.